So today I'm going to show you how you can create this really cute birthday card that folds out. I'll show you how you can create it in Microsoft Word and then feed it into the printer. So again, you can have this nice fold out card using nothing but Microsoft Word and a printer and a browser. I do want to point out that I have a YouTube channel with multiple different videos of how to create different printables, personalized thank you cards, birthday party invitations, ticket invitations, water bottle labels, certificates of appreciation, but I do have a video here called Searching Fonts, Installing Fonts, and Using Symbols. If you do not know how to download and install new fonts, please watch this video. There are a lot of unique fonts for this. Also, if you are so inclined, if you find an advertisement that you find is useful, if you would like to click on that advertisement, I would be so appreciative. Also, if you could like and or subscribe to my channel, that would be amazing as well. All right, thanks so much. Let's go ahead and get started. So this is what it looks like in Microsoft Word, and this is what we're going to be printing out. So again, we're going to be creating sort of this, and the birthday balloons go to the front and the back of the card. If you wanted to put something on the back of the card, you absolutely could do so. And this is obviously the inside of the card. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go to File, we're going to go to New, and we're going to go to Blank Document. We're then going to go to Page Layout, Orientation, Landscape, and we want to go to Margins and make those narrow. We then want to insert a blank page because again, we're going to have two separate pages and feed them into the printer separately. Okay. And then for here, the margins are already narrow. It's going to copy sort of that same formatting. Okay. Next thing we want to do is we want to put in a shape and we want to put in a line and we want to hold down the Shift key so it can be straight. So again, if you hold down the Shift key, it's just going to go at the 45-degree angles. That's why you want to hold down the Shift key. And we just want to use this so we know where the center of our page is. And if you can see that green line, that means that this is centered. Now, if you don't have that in the middle of the line, that middle green line, you can go to Page Layout, go up to Align, and you want to ensure Use Alignment Guides is selected and there's a check next to it. That's how you can get those green lines. All right, so we're going to go ahead and click on Format, and we want to do a shape outline of a light gray. And the only reason why this is there is so we know where the middle of the page is and where that fold is going to be. So what we want to do is we want to copy, again, select this so you see the two little squares. Then you want to left click and you want to say Copy. You want to go down to this page, ensure that the cursor is on this page. You want to right click and then you want to press Paste. And then from here we can again move this right to the center. So now we know where the crease or the fold is going to be in both of our pages. So let's go ahead and start with the front of the card. Okay. I want to first go and get those balloons that I can work with. Now I like to use Google. If you like to use Yahoo or Bing, please feel free. And I'm going to type in balloons.png. Okay. The reason why I want the PNG is because as you can see here, I only want the balloons. I don't want sort of the typical white border that goes around the picture because I want the border to kind of blend into the balloons. Okay. So that's what you're going to get with the PNG. And you want to go ahead and click on Images for images.png. And let's see. Oh, here they are right here. So I'm going to go ahead and click on these. And once this goes ahead and renders, this is taking a second. We can see this down here. It says on the very bottom of the screens, this is balloon transparent background. And if you see this sort of white and gray background, the checkered background, that means that it is a translucent background and there is nothing going to show up. There's not going to be that white border. It is just going to be the balloon. So we're going to do Save Picture As. And we can just type balloons.png. And just so I can show you, this has the white border. That means when you save this picture, this white border is going to be around it versus, again, this translucent background. Okay. So let's go back over here. And what we want to do is we want to insert picture and we want to insert balloons. Okay. Now, if I try to move this, I can't. So what I want to do is I want to click on the layout options and I want to click in front of text. Okay. Once I move this to in front of text, I am able to very easily move this image around. And I obviously want to make this much smaller. And I want to put this right over here. And then from here, you can go ahead and press a copy and then go here and you can press a paste. And again, all I'm doing is right clicking and left clicking. And then you can kind of line this up. And then you can left click and do a paste. And once again, you can look for those alignment guides and you can line that up. And then we can go ahead and do a paste. And once again, we can line that up. And if we wanted to, we could hold down the Shift key while you select the image, and that will select all the images, and then you can use the arrow keys on your keyboard to move all of these images over to ensure consistency here. Okay? So that's how you move that around in a very fine-grained fashion. It takes a second for the computer to actually catch up. There we go. And then we can do one more paste, and we can go down here, and we can do the alignment guides, and it's okay if it goes off the page. It doesn't really matter. All right, so the next thing we want to do is we want to insert a shape, and we want to insert a square. And we're going to do this border, okay? We want the border to go up to there because we want it to go behind the balloons. We want to click on Format, and we want to do a shape fill of no fill because we don't want the fill. And we want to do a shape outline, and we want to do a weight of 6-point font. Okay, now how did I find these colors? I actually am not very good at selecting colors. So what I typically do is take a look and do a search on Google for color combinations. And again, I just went to Google, typed in color combinations. If you want to use Yahoo or Bing, feel free. And then you can go ahead and click on any one of these links, and this happened to be the link that I used. And I used this very first picture. I really liked these colors together, and they fit with the balloons that I selected as well. So what you want to do is you want to do if you want to grab this, you want to hold down the Control key and press Print Screen, which should be on your upper right-hand side, PRTSCN, which is Print Screen. So Control Print Screen, that's going to grab a screenshot. And then you want to go down and you want to open up Microsoft Paint. And then you want to do a paste right up here, okay? Now that you have this, what you want to do is you want to select the color picker, and you go right there, and then you can click on this color right here, and then what you want to do is click on Edit Colors, and you want to write down this number, 249, 135, 102, okay? You want to do the color picker, pick the poppy, click on Edit Colors, you want to do the 255, 65, 13, and you want to write those down, and we want to go here and click on Edit Colors, and you want to do the 128, 189, 157, and then finally you want to do the Spring Green, Edit Colors, and you want to write down the 136, 217, 88. Okay, that's how I got those colors. So if we go back to Microsoft Word, I already have these colors saved right down here. Once you enter them in once, they're saved. So I'm going to go ahead and do this green color, okay, as the border. But if you have those colors, what you can do, if these colors aren't there for you, you click on More Outline Colors, and under the Custom, that's where you type in those 3 numbers. And it's going to come in again if you wrote down the green. It was 127, 88, 156, okay? And you're just going to do those for all of those different colors. But that's how you can get the really nice color combinations. Now from here, I obviously don't want this border over the balloons, so I want to select this, and I want to say, and I want to left click, and I want to say Send to Back. Okay. Now you have that border, and we can maybe move this up so it's not in the balloons. Next thing we want to do is we want to do a left click, and you want to do a copy, and then we want to do a paste. And what we want to do is make this slightly smaller. And we want to move this right inside. We can make this slightly bigger. Okay, now what we want to do, and again you can use the arrow keys on your keyboard, is we want to click on Format, and we want to do a shape outline, and we want to make it this rose color. And then we want to go ahead and go to dashes, and we want to click on the dotted dashes, okay? Oops. Now, if you can see, these are square dashes. I don't want square dashes, I want round dashes. So what I want to do is go back to the dashes, and I want to go to More Lines, When I go to more lines, it's going to open up this sort of this menu on the right hand side of the screen, and you want to go ahead and select round, round. And now you can have sort of that round border. Next thing we want to do is we want to select this, we want to left click, and we want to say send back. So again, the balloons kind of go over that border. Now we want to insert a text box, and we want to draw our text box. And we want to do a shape fill of no fill and a shape outline of no outline, because we obviously don't want to see the text box. And we want to write happy birthday. We want to highlight this, we want to go home, and we want to make this bright green color. Okay. Next thing we want to do is select our font, and this is KG Defying Gravity. Again, if you don't know how to download and install new fonts, please watch that video that I talked about in the beginning. And this is a 72-point font. Next thing I want to do is add a very small outline. So you want to go ahead and make that black. And again, what I did was I went over to this part of the A for the text effects. And the weight, you want to make this just a 4th point. Okay. And then finally, we want to click on Format, and we want to go over to Text Effects. We want to go to Transform, and we want this to be arch up. Okay. There we go. Now we want to add the 8. So we want to insert a text box, and we want to draw a text box. And we want to write the number 8, because my son just turned 8. And we want to do a shape fill of no fill, shape outline of no outline. And then we want to go to home. We want to make it that same green. We want to add the outline. But we don't want to make this Calibri. We wanted to make this Bernard MT Condensed. And again, I think this is a 100-point font. Okay. And then finally, we want to insert a text box, and we want to draw a text box, and we're going to go ahead and go down here. And again, we want to do Format, shape fill of no fill, shape outline of no outline. And again, you could always go there for no outline. And we want to write Cole. And we want to highlight this. We want to go to our home, and we want to make this, I think, a 150-point font. Actually, I think it's a 125-point font. And we want to go down here, and this was the KingThings Wizzbang was actually the font that we used. And we can come up here, and we want to make this that very bright orange color, and we wanted to do the outline in black. Okay, and we can move this down if we wanted just a little bit. Okay, so that's how you can create the front of the birthday card. Now let's go ahead and create this middle part. Now I went ahead and scanned in just some family photos of us, which is kind of some of my favorites that I had in my wallet, but I thought they'd be cute for the birthday card. So you can go ahead and click on here, and again, if you try to move this, you can't, so you need to change the layout options to go in front of text, and now you can very easily move this around. If I want to see that gray line, I can always click on crop. And then we see this line. You want to move your cursor over till you see this sort of a black T, and then you can crop the picture, and now we can see this gray line. Okay. Now for the text part, we want to insert a text box, and we want to draw a text box, and we want to start at the top and then go down here. And we can write to the funniest, smartest, goofiest, most amazing 8-year-old. And I misspelled goofiest. There we go. I'm going to start off with making all of this Great Day personal use. I actually love this font. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to change each one of these letters. So this, the funniest, was actually double bubble shadow. and this is red. And then you want to highlight the smartest, and this was back to black, and we made this green. Actually, the funniest, I apologize, we changed this to this same color that's on the front of the card. And then goofiest, we made AR Christy, and we made that purple. And then the most amazing, we made Boogie Nights. Okay, and we made this a dark gray. And then the 8-year-old, we made this Bodini MT, I think. We'll go ahead and make this Bauhas 93. And we made this yellow, and we made the outline in black. And then we went ahead and did a space. Now, a couple things we want to do here is we want to highlight this. We want to change the line spacing to 0 and single space. So it's going to move everything up a little bit. Again, what I did is I highlighted and I clicked over here for the line spacing and paragraph, and then you went to line spacing options, and just be sure this is 0 and set to single. Next thing we want to do is we want to center this, and then we want to put the funniest on the other line, and that's it. The next thing we want to do actually is go back to format, and we want to be sure we do a shape fill of no fill and a shape line outline of no outline. Okay. Next thing we want to do is feed it into the printer. So what you want to do is first print the top page. So how you're going to do that is you're going to go back to the document we just created. You're going to click on there, and so you see that the cursor is on this page. Then what you're going to do is you're going to say File, Print, and instead of saying print all pages, you're going to say print current page. Okay? When you say print current page, you're going to print, and it's just going to print out this page. Once you have this page, you need to feed this page into the printer. My printer is like this. Your printer might be a little different, so you might need to play with it, but I think this is pretty standard for most printers. You put this page back in your printer, shut your printer, and then you want to click and ensure your cursor is on this page, and then you want to say File, Print, and you say Print Current Page, and you can see this is the page that's going to print, and you hit print, and once you do that, you will get your foldable birthday card. Okay. I hope you found that helpful. Again, please like this video and or subscribe to my channel. Again, if you find an advertisement that is interesting to you, if you click on it, that would be amazing. Thanks so much, and I am always looking for new ideas for videos, so please, if you have any, let me know. Thanks so much.